Good morning. And we're off. It's going to be a good day today. You can see it's raining. It's a Saturday. I'm working on a Saturday. Normally that would be like first world type problems and being like, ew, no, yucky, rainy. I'm happy today. It's my last day before I go on a little vacation to the Great Wolf Lodge with my family. So it's a good day, and I feel prepared. I brought a friend for the ride today, for like a ride along. Merrill. He's my favorite Pokemon because I'm into Pokemon now as a 40-year-old. If you've watched any of the recent ones, I've been saying I'm turning 40 now. I'm 40. So I'm 40 now, and I'm into Pokemon because my kids are into Pokemon. And if you can't beat them, join them. My kids. So yeah, I was never into Pokemon. Now I am, but I do really like this guy. I'm into the art and stuff, and this guy is. Look at how cute that is. Merrill. He evolves from Azurill to Merrill to Asmarill. I'm learning all my evolutions, so that's very exciting news. Yeah, we're going to the Great Wolf Lodge. I was kind of thinking if I should do something special for my coworkers today. Thinking if I should, really tidy up and prepare my workspace for the person who's going to be covering for me, and just kind of deciding how far I want to go with all that stuff today. I'll probably do a little bit more than the bare minimum, just to I'll check in with the person who's covering my shifts Monday and Tuesday when I'll be in Niagara Falls, Ontario at the Great Wolf Lodge with my family. I will check in with the person who's going to be covering for me and make sure that they're going to be okay. And I will ask them specifically if they need me to go above and beyond and get everything, or if that would actually hinder them, without to get into specifics of what I do or what I'm even talking about. Maybe you can relate. So this one, I don't have anything again. I did come to an epiphany, and it's just kind of an irony that I think is kind of how my existence is. I'm probably scratching the microphone here. I'm trying to scratch my armpit. Basically, I kind of flounder about, enjoy myself, maybe mildly entertaining, and kind of have my own kind of mediocre story of mediocrity, where I fulfill all these things that I want to do, and once I get to the end of that, I'm kind of completing this chapter in my life, or this story that I need to. I'm getting a perspective without having to go, either make a deal with the devil or lose a life or limb or whatever. doing things, basically doing the wrong thing, or something that maybe is just an experience or a cycle a phase that I need to go through. What am I trying to say is, specifically with this channel, with what I'm doing here, the realization was while I was mowing my lawn yesterday and contemplating, because I've been talking about mowing my lawn. I mowed my lawn when it was a nice day, the first real nice day that I had the opportunity, and the grass was long enough. I had to get it out and get it started, and I did that, and I felt good. And then I had half of it to go, and something happened at work which triggered me, and I started to spiral out. And by the time I got home, I was overwhelmed with I start to catastrophize things, and then like dominoes, things will, my emotions will take over, and I've been working on this, and I've been trying to do better. And this, the other day, I was feeling the physical manifestation of that anxiety and that embarrassment and depression, and I was feeling the physical effects of it, and it was making me so had this electric buzzing static energy that I couldn't I wanted to alleviate with, like, just some sort of sobbing fit or whatever. So I haven't even gotten to the point yet. I'm still rambling, but I'm trying to give you guys perspective on where I am. I was mowing the lawn. I got that accomplished. Oh shit! I left the lawnmower out and it's raining. See, that's the type of thing. But so I've come to the conclusion that my lawnmower will survive. I'll be all right. But I just had that. I remembered that actually this morning, and I didn't do anything about it. And then I just remembered again, and I haven't done anything about it. And my lawnmower is getting rained on as we speak. But it is an old lawnmower that is ready for the junkyard. I could get another summer out of it. I could probably push it until the wheels literally fall off, which they're about to. But the point is that I was going back and forth with my wife about whether or not, what kind of lawnmower I should get and all this stuff. And she wants me to just get the riding lawnmower, a reasonable, entry level. I don't have to, she wants me to get whatever is affordable, that will make our lives a little bit easier. And I was trying to, whatever. That's the conclusion that we came to. Is I've given in because I don't have the desire to fill my plate up with a bunch of other stuff, like pushing myself to get something used and try to get a good value, or something that is like an investment, like a zero turn that could be turned into side projects. The fact is, I've left my push mower out in the rain. This isn't the first time. But yeah, I put it away wet. I leave it out. I let it get wet. I'm just, I'm not a good. I don't have the respect that I should for my things. Maybe if I had something that was more expensive, I would think about keeping the maintenance up on it. So I'm so rambling on this one, and it's breaking my heart because I feel good about it. But anyways, I'm rambling. My point is that and it adds to my point actually, is that once I find a theme, I'm always looking for a theme on these videos. Once I find a theme, and no one's watching still. If anyone has found these or is watching, congratulations. But basically, my thought is that once I actually achieve something or reach a point or a theme, once I actually achieve that, then this is no longer going to be. I'll stop doing the videos. I've realized that it's, I have to find the point in what I'm doing, which is right now it's therapy for myself, and I'm talking to myself only, because while I don't go on YouTube and rewatch the videos, I do watch them briefly while I'm uploading them. Sometimes even, halfway through, if I'm trying to find a title, basically, I'm trying to come up with a good title, and I'm listening to myself ramble, and I can pick out little pieces and little nuggets of ideas here and there, and there probably will be a theme throughout all these videos, and I'm hoping that it is that everything is going to be all right, which are the initials that I've chosen, or the acronym or whatever. E.I.G.T.B.A. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, and it doesn't look right. But that's just what came naturally, so I just went with it. But everything is going to be all right. Is where I want to be going. And I know that it's my actions are going to, my actions, because I believe that I do have free will, and I'm playing that game, is I am responsible. The idea is I am responsible to an extent for my circumstances and for my happiness and for the health and well-being of everyone that I'm taking responsibility for, basically my family. But also my engagement and my relationship with my friends, and to an extension my coworkers. And speaking of that, like I have more stuff for my kids, for another coworker. Those are some more Pokemons. My daughter here has done the whole evolution, if you guys can see that. There's the whole Meryl evolution. So those are for one of my other coworkers that also supplied some Pokemon cards. I actually asked her. She's she's younger than me, and she has Pokemon little tiny plushie, like keychain plushie stuff in her vehicle, and I saw those and asked her if she was familiar with the Pokemon trading card game, and she was a little bit, but she hadn't. She had actually switched over to Yu-Gi-Oh, which is there might be a theme at where I work. Yeah, there was one of my bosses one time. This is a total off-topic tangent, but related in this way, where he was coming in as our new boss, and we were, we were kind of feeling him out, me and my other coworker, and we were kind of feeling him out, and he was taking his very first week. He was taking off that Saturday, and letting us know that he would not be available, by phone or anything. Basically, we couldn't get. He was going to be doing something, an event. He had an event, I think is what he called it. And so we started sniffing around and seeing, like, okay, what's this event? And then he said it was. He kind of warned us that it was very nerdy. And I said, is it like a comic convention or something like that? And he's like, kind of. And I'm like, is it like I forget where I went with it, but essentially I was like, is it like a Pokemon card tournament or something like that? And this is before my kids were into Pokemon, so I thought it was extra nerdy. And I basically was like, what is it, like a Pokemon card tournament? He's like, no, not quite, but close. And I said, was it Yu-Gi-Oh? And he's like, Digimon. Digimon. Digimon, digital monsters, dun dun dun, the champions. That one was the worst. Like, that's the bottom of the barrel, the bucket. That's scraping the bottom of the barrel of the anime IPs, the intellectual properties that are, those digital card game or whatever card games. The Pocket Monsters, Pokemon stuff. Digimon. But anyway, so there's a theme at my work about that stuff, which is completely, like I said, completely off topic. You may have noticed I combed my hair today. We're going to see how that works out. I'm just experimenting with my hair. But yeah, so I had that realization when I was mowing the lawn yesterday. And thank God I mowed the lawn, but I happened to leave the lawnmower out. So it's a double-edged sword. Or I'm just retarded. But I do need to get a new lawnmower. And that's another indication right there that it's, maybe that would be a reminder. It would be a motivation for me to take better care of my equipment, maintain things, be more responsible, have more self-respect. I think it's all good stuff. But going back to there's an idea that I've been thinking about, where it's just being mediocre in the veil of mediocrity, or the comfortable blanket of mediocrity that is smoking marijuana. Honestly, that's a big part of it. I think I could kind of have the same sort of mediocrity going on without it, but I also feel just being aware of my limitations in that blunt way. I don't know. It's like, what am I trying? Am I trying to achieve just dropping bad habits and getting healthier and not having the desires and the feelings of addiction or shame or anything like that? If I wasn't smoking pot, would I be striving for more money? Would I be striving to like physically get better health? Would it be all around? Would I just be doing better? I don't know. I think there's it's a give and take with that, and the thing is like I don't know. Um, the types of challenges that I want to take on in my life, the things that I find worthy, um, and what I struggle with, I don't. Um, man, I'm really. It's knowing um, that you're putting a restraint, you're putting a limitation on yourself, uh, and that you're sacrificing um, the feeling of um, sobriety, and there's a certain level of confidence, there's a certain level, there are things that you're sacrificing, but then there's also things that you're gaining. And it's almost the same thing with mediocrity. The idea of being like a good person as opposed to being a great person. Um, it's the level of sacrifice, the amount of stress that you want to put on yourself, and you want to put even on your family, and you want to put on in like what is greatness, and in what vector are you going to measure that? Is it money? Is it in wisdom? Is it um, in health? There's a lot of different ways of looking at that. Man, it's really raining, but I do have a jacket. I'm wearing shorts today. Uh, it would be nice if it let up while I could run inside, but it's okay. We'll get in there, and we'll have a good day, and everything is going to be all right.